Congress just passed one of the biggest housing bills that we've seen in years, but at the last minute, President Trump decided not to sign it. So what does that actually mean? And more importantly, what does it mean if you're thinking about buying a home here in Colorado? Hi, I'm Kenda with the Living Colorado team. One of our biggest goals is to help you understand not just what's happening in the Denver real estate market, but also the national policies that could eventually affect homeownership here in Colorado. There have been lots and lots of headlines about this housing bill. So I think we should break down what it actually does and separate the headlines from reality. In a very rare show of bipartisan unity, Congress overwhelmingly passed what's called the 21st Century Road to Housing Act. The expectation was that it would be signed into law, but President Trump canceled the signing ceremony and announced that he wants Congress to act on a separate bill before he signs the housing legislation. So as of today, the housing bill has not been signed into law. And here's where I want to make sure that you understand, because the headlines do get a little bit confusing. This bill was not designed to lower mortgage rates overnight or suddenly make homes dramatically cheaper. Instead, it focused on one of the biggest problems that experts say we have across the country. We simply haven't built enough homes. So some of the major proposals included making it easier to build housing, encouraging more affordable housing, expanding opportunities for manufactured housing, updating HUD programs, and limiting the impact of these large institutional investors coming in and purchasing up all the single family homes. Here in Colorado, especially along the Front Range, we've struggled with housing inventory for a few years. If policies like these eventually move forward, the goal would be to slowly increase the number of homes available over time. More inventory, as you know, generally creates a healthier market because buyers have more choices and competition becomes a little bit more balanced. This is probably the most important takeaway, and I don't want you to miss this. Even if the bill eventually becomes law, it isn't going to suddenly lower home prices next month. You're not going to see an immediate reduction in mortgage rates, and it won't instantly solve the affordability problem. The housing market, it's a big force and it moves really slowly. Most of these changes are designed to improve supply over the next several years, not overnight. Now, from my perspective as a realtor, I think it's encouraging anytime we see lawmakers focusing on increasing housing supply, because that's one of the biggest long-term challenges facing buyers, not just here in Colorado, but across the country. And y'all, it's also encouraging that representatives on both sides of the aisle can agree that things can be done to fix some of the housing issues. Now, we'll have to wait and see what ultimately happens with this legislation. But if you're thinking about moving to Colorado, this is exactly the kind of information that we'll continue to break down for you. The goal for John and me isn't just to help you buy a house. We want to help you understand the market as a whole so we can help you make more confident decisions. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions about buying or relocating to Cabo, we sure would love to help.